Hi, my name's Jason from ViralBits.com, your God of War consultant. Please like and subscribe to help out the channel and make a comment below. So welcome to the introduction of God of War. The intro is basically an 11-minute cutscene to introduce you to the characters, the story, and to give you some basic gameplay instructions. Note there's 4 choices. They're basically easy, hard, super hard, and ridiculous, and I would just stick to the default. It'll be fun and still pretty challenging, so at least your first time through. If you want to go crazy, then choose the hardest level, but first time through you definitely want to go an easier level, or there'll be some battles you'll be in that you'll be up against a guy that'll take 3-4 days of fighting and you just won't be able to beat him. Anyways, here's you. This is Kratos, and note the yellow hand there. That's actually his wife's handprint. His wife's deceased, and he is cutting down a tree for her funeral pyre. And you'll see those yellow markings through the game because they go on a journey, him and his son Atreus, and the yellow markings are the route markers that she has left. So she's gone on the journey already, and the journey is essentially to deliver her ashes to the highest peak in the 9 realms. And this is the first action you're going to do. The first one you learn is R1, and it's to slash, and that's what he's going to do here. That's what you're going to do when you hit R1, and you're going to slash at the tree to knock it down to create the log for the funeral. Basically, Kratos is a Spartan warrior and former Greek god of war. He took out his vengeance on the Greek gods, and now he lives with Atreus in ancient Norway in the realm of Midgard. Now, his wife, who's a Jotun warrior, and that's a giant, but not all giants are big. Her name's Faye, and she's died, and she's she's actually Kratos' second wife and Atreus' mother. Now there is a long backstory through ancient Greece. Now let me stop for a second. Take a look at what he's wearing. It's basically so he has an axe.
I found some.
Called a Leviathan axe, and he's wearing wrappings on his forearms, and they provide a little protection, and they also conceal a dark secret that you'll learn later. And he's wearing a burnished belt of exile and a woven shoulder guard of exile, and this armor set's called it's the default set. It's called the exile set, and you want to upgrade your weapon and all this armor and shields when you get them as quick as you can. And to do that, you have to find stuff in the game. You got to find silver and items, and if you don't do that, and if you don't upgrade, you're just simply going to get stuck, because there's going to be people you just simply aren't going to beat. Now, to do more complex actions, it's gonna prompt you, and you're gonna hit the circle button, and then in this case he'll throw the log in the water and they'll get on the boat. So as I was saying, he's a Spartan warrior from ancient Greece, and through the many prior installments of this game, he went back and was killed many times and went back and forth through time, and was in Hades 5 different times, and simply to continue there would have been too hard and too confusing.
The force feels
So they brought him forward, I think. I think that's why they brought him forward into ancient Norway. So rowing is the same as walking. You push L1 or push L, the L joystick, to go for. You push it forward, and if you want to run, you push down on it. And there's times you definitely want to run. And then again, it prompts you for the circle, and you're up on the dock. Running is actually a great defense. There's no shame in running. Someone's chasing you, and it's something you're gonna have to do, because if you stand and fight, you'll be killed, and you have to go back to the prior checkpoints. Now, note that checkpoints aren't marked in this game. Now note L to push forward, and then turn the view with the R button to change direction, and then keep going. And yet, it's really it would have been really handy if a little bell or something went off to tell you you've passed a checkpoint. Otherwise, you know, you don't really know when to save. There's an option to save, and you don't get that many save slots. So I try and save definitely after I've passed a really hard boss. If I've defeated someone that I spent 2 hours trying to do or longer, and I definitely don't want to go back, I save it. But generally, if you can defeat someone hard, then it's gonna auto save, and it'll be a checkpoint, and you don't have to go back and do it again. So this is kind of a touching moment when Atreus goes in to see his mom.
There do I see my mother.
And Atreus he doesn't have it here, but his only weapon are the arrows, and they can be upgraded once, and
there do they call to me.
You can upgrade his armor, but he can't die. But if you do upgrade these things, he'll have more abilities. And one of the things he does is he'll jump on a guy's back and start choking him, and that will give you a chance to maybe kill another guy that's attacking you, and it'll give you time to it'll make the difference basically between winning the battle and losing the battle. Now this seems so far to be a really slow game, but it gets very busy very quickly. It gets to be where you're basically in a battle almost at every turn. I think if I were a boy this age, I would be pretty devastated if my mom died here, and this were my dad, who's a pretty big scary character. Okay, in the next video, what we'll do is we'll cover the weapons off and what they do and can't do, and some of the moves you can make, and what you're going to have to do to upgrade them. So one thing about his relationship with Atreus at this point in the game is he really doubts him. He really doubts his abilities, and he doesn't have much confidence in him. So the next step here is, well, they've got to go up to the highest peak in the Nine Realms to deliver her ashes there, and that was her final request. Now, Kratos doubts Atreus' ability to do that. So the first step is they're going to go out on a hunt, so he can maybe build some confidence in him.
I'm sorry.
Squeeze. This knife was hers. Now it is yours. She told you to hunt.
What she knew.
Show me.
Now?
Now.
Okay, so we're almost done with this cutscene, and we'll go off in the next stage of this journey,
What are we
which
hunting?
is to go
You are
hunting.
hunting deer.
And Atreus can
Which way?
In the
use the
direction
bow
of
and
deer.
arrow. And I want to thank you for stopping
Okay.
by, and
Uh,
I'll see you in the next video.
This way.